And I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go.
After Charlie Sheen's connections and DNA came in handy, allowing him to break into Hollywood, starring in films like Platoon, Wall Street, and Major League. Actually, my favorite was Hot Shots. That shit was hilarious. After winning an estimated net worth of $150 million, becoming the highest paid actor on television for his work on 2.5 Men. After the Vatican assassin became infamous for his wild behavior, injecting cocaine into his tiger blood and getting laid, hospitalized, and arrested, all while riding what he called a tsunami of media on his Mercury surfboard. Also, 2 girls at the same time.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Charlie Sheen grew up in amongst Hollywood elites. The brother of the Mighty Ducks man Emilio Estevez and son of Martin Sheen, he was appearing as an uncredited extra in movies as an 8-year-old and was a full-fledged movie star by the time he got out of high school. In 2010, he was the highest paid actor on television, but a falling out with the show's creator would lead to one of the most epic public meltdowns of all time. But while Charlie was making headlines for his bizarre behavior, coining catchphrases, and chirping Chuck Lorre, he was all the while guarding a secret and paying some $10 million to keep it. What's going on, guys? My name's Michael McCrudden, documenting the life of Charlie Sheen after the height of his fame, here for you on After They Were Famous. In the past, I've covered Nick Cage, Macaulay Culkin, and Shia LaBeouf in this series, so be sure to check out those videos, but in the meantime, let us know in the comments down below who you want me to document next.
You really get into the characters a great deal.
Well, you have to. I mean, it's going to exist forever. You might as well give it your best shot, you know, and take it as deep as you can, you know.
Charlie Sheen was born Carlos Irwin Estevez on September 3rd, 1965 in New York City to a family of actors. He was raised the son of Janet Templeton and Martin Sheen. He has 3 siblings, all of whom are actors. His younger sister is Renee Estevez, and his 2 older brothers are Ramon Estevez and the far more famous Emilio Estevez. The Mighty Duck Man, I swear to God. You also may remember him from The Outsiders and, well, The Breakfast Club. But the Mighty Ducks are the best. Both of Charlie's parents were very religious, his mother a strict Southern Baptist, and his father a devout Catholic. Wow, that's pretty surprising considering all the wild stuff Charlie got up to with his life. I wonder how his father feels about all that. Disappointed! By the time of Charlie's birth, Martin Sheen was already making a name for himself in Broadway, starring in the Pulitzer Prize winning play. The subject was Roses in 1964. The family moved to Malibu while Charlie was still a toddler, and at 9 years old, saw his father star in his first Hollywood film. Charlie attended Santa Monica High School, where he was a standout player on the baseball team, along with another future Hollywood heavyweight, Robert Downey Jr. He also became friends with Rob Lowe and Sean Penn, and made amateur Super 8 films with them and his brother Emilio. Okay, I'll stop. It was also in high school that he met his first serious girlfriend, Paula Prophet, also known as Paula Speart. He knocked her up while still a teenager, and she gave birth to his first daughter, Cassandra Jade Estevez, on December 12, 1984. The same year he would star in his first Hollywood film, Red Dawn.
Christopher Penn showed me the script, and Chris was so excited about it and thought it was just the greatest thing he'd ever seen, ever.
Being Hollywood royalty, it didn't take long for his acting career to take off. Roles in legendary films would soon follow, including Platoon, Wall Street, Young Guns, 8 Men Out, Major League, Hot Shots, 3 Musketeers, and of course, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Drugs?
Thank you, no, I'm straight.
I meant, are you in here for drugs?
During his time as a movie star, America was already getting to see some of Charlie's wild side. In 1990, he accidentally shot his fiancée, Kelly Preston. Needless to say, she broke off the engagement. And Charlie would go on to date a long string of porn stars, including Heather Hunter and Ginger Lynn. In 1995, Charlie finally settled down and married Donna Peel, but she turned out to be a client of an escort agency, which probably led to their divorce in 1996. Poor Martin. In 1998, Charlie was hospitalized after he overdosed on cocaine and had a stroke. He went to rehab days later, but he fled in a matter of hours. He was then forcibly returned to the clinic. After more than a decade-long film career, he transitioned to the small screen when Michael J. Fox was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and had to leave the hit sitcom Spin City. Charlie took over the role and won a Golden Globe for his efforts.
Charlie Sheen, Spin City.
After Denise Richards guest starred on the show, she and Charlie began to date and got married on June 15, 2002. Denise then gave birth to Charlie's next two kids, Sam Sheen in 2004 and Lola Rose Sheen in 2005. But by the time of Lola's birth, Denise had already filed for divorce because of Charlie's alleged threats of violence and alcohol and drug abuse. Anyway, during Charlie's second brief marriage, he was tapped to star in a new series created by Chuck Lorre, the big shot producer behind some of TV's biggest hits, including The Big Bang Theory, Mike and Molly, Dharma and Greg, Sybil, and Grace Under Fire. Chuck's idea for a Charlie Sheen show would be titled 2.5 Men.
Are you had a date tonight?
Not a date experience.
What's the difference?
About $1,500.
In it, Charlie would play a purely fictional character named Charlie, who had substance abuse issues and frequented the company of prostitutes while living with a small child. But he also had a brother, cocaine was not mentioned, and there absolutely was no porn stars. After all, this was network television. The show earned Charlie Golden Globe and Emmy nominations, but no wins. But he could probably dry off his tears with all the money he was earning, which by 2010 was $1.8 million per episode, making him the highest paid actor on television. In 2008, Charlie married his third wife, Brooke Mueller, who gave him two twin sons, Bob and Max, born in 2009.
I can't have 3 failed marriages. I can't, okay? I am not gonna be that guy.
Then the next year, Charlie filed for his third divorce.
3 divorces! 3 divorces!
Around this time, Charlie was arrested for assaulting Brooke and was later forcibly removed from a hotel room by police. He'd been staying at the Plaza Hotel, which by the way was once owned by President Donald Trump. Apparently, while drinking and using cocaine, he caused $7,000 in damage. If you want to see the damage he did, just go into the Plaza Hotel's main entrance, take a sharp right, then go
Down the hall and grab him by the pussy.
Thanks.
In February of 2011, despite earning records amount of cash for his work on 2.5 Men, Charlie was not happy with the show's creator Chuck Lorre. In interviews with TMZ and Alex Jones, Charlie insulted him and the show's production was delayed soon after. The following month, Charlie was fired, and what followed was the balls out, coke-fueled catchphrase extravaganza that Charlie is best known for. I think it's more famous than 2.5 Men.
You borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard, yeah.
In an interview with Today, he said he couldn't benefit from rehab because AA is for normal people, and he has tiger blood and adonis DNA. He then sued 2.5 Men for $100 million and called Chuck Lorre a turd and a clown. He went on a bender in Vegas with porn stars, strippers, and Michelle Bombshell McGee. He claimed to be a rock star from Mars. For real.
I exposed them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives, and I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives, and that's a gift, man.
In 2012, after threatening his ex-wife Brooke over Twitter, she got a restraining order against him, claiming that she was worried that he was insane. This led to police removing his kids from his home, but don't feel too bad for him. By this time, he was already winning, living in his home, which he called Sober Valley Lodge, with 2 women. Those he called his goddesses, adult film star Brie Olson and graphic designer Natalie Kenley. Probably a porn star as well.
What would you do if you had $1 million?
I'll tell you what I'd do, man. 2 chicks at the same time, man.
In 2014, Charlie got engaged with yet another porn star, Brett Rossi, but the two broke up before a wedding could take place. The same year, he was sued for assaulting a dental technician. His new cable sitcom Anger Management was cancelled and suggested in an interview that he would love to return to 2.5 Men, while simultaneously saying it's about time that show ends. Sadly, on November 17, 2015, the party ended when Charlie made his shocking announcement on the Today Show.
I'm here to admit that I am in fact HIV positive.
He had been diagnosed 4 years earlier and had paid some $10 million to extortionists to keep it a secret. He also experimented with alternative medicine, but has since resumed taking his actual medicine. But just because he's no longer in denial about his HIV doesn't mean he stopped living. In 2016, the LAPD announced they were investigating him for threatening to kill his former fiancée, Brett Rossi. The same month, 2 of his ex-wives, Brooke and Denise, demanded he increase his child support payments from $55,000. Instead, he decided to reduce them to $10,000. On December 29th of that year, he took to Twitter asking God to kill Donald Trump.
Can't is the cancer of happen.
As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is after they were famous. My name is Michael McCrudden and thanks for watching this video. I've done bios on half of Hollywood, but you guys gotta let me know who's next. Be sure to hit the comment section down below and let me know. Also hit subscribe, check out our other videos, and I'll see you guys in another one with some tiger blood. Okay, bye.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD. One of the women who was here.
What's that got to do with me?